Hello everyone, Michaeldisalvo here from the DiSalvo Real Estate Group. Today we're going to be talking about 10 ways to make money with your rental property vacation home. So number one, what we're going to do first is we're going to really research the location, the market. We want to look at what the rental rates are in this area, whether you got to check with the local regulations to make sure that it's possible to run an Airbnb or a VRBO. There is a website called AirDNA, and on this website you can kind of find out what the rates are going for and what the demand is for in that area. We just recently purchased a place in Tremblant, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Ottawa. It's a great skiing spot as well as the summertime. So we felt that area, just from our research on what that area was going for in rental rates, we thought it was a good opportunity. We'll go through a little more at the end, but the reason why I like Airbnb and vacation rental properties is for that reason. It's just sort of like you could have one property in the city and it might bring in $2,000 to $2,500. A similar type property might give you $5,000 to $6,000 in a tourist area. Although there's a little more work involved, the possibility for cash flow is greater. So those are the sort of trade-offs of that. So number one, market research. Number two, working with a good realtor that knows the area, that knows the rules, the legalities of running a property. They'll know, like say in Tremblant, we had one agent that knew all the condo developments, everything that was going on there, what could be rented out, and what the rates were. So, whether it was good, the status of the condos were good. So finding that right realtor that knows exactly what you're trying to accomplish is very, very important for a purchase like this. Number three, making the vacation home rental ready. So these are things, like getting it set up once you've made the purchase, buying good carpets, industrial carpets, furniture that's going to last, something that's not cheap, getting all the cable, internet. People still want to be connected to Wi-Fi, having all the kitchen utensils. There's people that will help you out with this stuff, but it's a good chance for you to know the property, know the ins and outs of it, and just getting it ready. Do get an interior designer in there, fix everything out, that needs to be done, and just make sure that the place looks sparkling. So number four, that being said, after getting the place ready, you're going to be marketing the property. So, having that interior designer or stager come in, sort of, make it look good. You will want to get a professional photographer and videographer to come in and do a professional pictures and video. I recommend doing the video just so people know what to expect when they're getting there. You don't want expectations too high and they get there and they're disappointed. That will create all kinds of problems for you. So do this professionally. Don't do it with your phone. Have somebody come in, do it professionally to market the property. Number five. Now we're going to set it up on the platforms. There's a few out there that you can look at. There's obviously Airbnb, there's VRBO, there's a few other competitors out there as well. Just make sure if that you are listing it on 2 different or 3 different sites, that you have some kind of software that manages the property, the bookings. So the last thing you want is 2 different bookings for the same time. It will create quite a few problems for you. But just get to learn the system, see what the fees are involved in it, and see which ones you like best and go with that. Number 6, give an honest description. Too many times I hear about people, it was talked up, the pictures were a little deceiving, and they get to the property and it's not quite what they thought it was going to be. So I would definitely recommend writing a proper description, and don't over exaggerate on things. You kind of want to, you want to sell it, but you want to over deliver when they get there. So if they're pleasantly surprised, you're going to get great ratings, you're going to get good reviews, and your place will always be busy. So I think that's very important. And make sure that you set the rules out that are very clear in the description, just to make sure that if you needed to, keep the deposit or move somebody from the premises, that you've outlined the rules right in your description. Number 7, that being said, we want to talk about insurance. Make sure that you get the proper insurance for what you're trying to do. Don't deceive these companies, because if you do have to make a claim, there's going to be a problem for you. So be very upfront with them. Get good insurance. Don't cheap out on insurance. I'm telling you, if you do have to go through a claim, you'll be happy with yourself that you didn't go cheap and got good insurance for that. Number 8, building the team. You'll need to develop sort of a rapport with, you're going to need cleaners, you're going to need a general contractor, a general handy person that can be available very quickly. So just building this team, vendors in and around where you're going to want to be. It's very important. If you have a good rapport with them, they'll help you out. It can be costly, but it's definitely worth the investment to make sure you get good cleaners or general handy person that can come out and fix everything that needs to be very quickly, because the last thing you want is somebody in the vacation property and there's a problem and you can't get somebody to go out. So we don't want that to happen. Make sure to pay. There's websites like Jiffy. There's websites out there that you can rely on that usually are pretty reliable in getting somebody out very quickly. Number 9, setting up the structure. So you want to get something that's automatic pricing, because there's a lot of work involved if you got to be checking the market all the time, see what the pricing is like. So there are softwares out there that will sort of like gather the prices in the area and sort of generate the price for you. So when I say about building a structure, like communication with the tenants, how is that going to happen from the beginning when they book all the way to the end through their booking process and after for the reviews and stuff like that. So just make sure before you get into this that you have a structure in place, that people know how to talk to each other, and if there's problems, they know how to be dealt with. So get that structure set up. And number 10 is basically launching the listing, and reap the rewards. So, there's definitely things involved. There's going to be some times where your house might get a little banged up from different parties or stuff like that. But I think filtering the people that you want in there, like I said, setting the rules, having your deposits in place, having the team. If you do it properly, I think there is a ton of advantages of renting out a vacation property. Now, it's not for everybody, and like I said, there's a lot of work involved, but I truly believe that in the next 5 years, I think people are ready to explode and travel and get out, spend some money, get all these experiences that we've been cooped up the last 2 years. So I really believe the vacation rental property market is awesome. I think there's a lot of potential there. Cash flow is amazing. So I really recommend looking into it as an investment option for you. And then once you get one and you do it well and you know what you're doing, then there's the chance of, buying others. You keep your eye out for other properties. If you know the location is doing really well for you, you take advantage of it. Anytime something comes up on the market, you jump into it because you already know the market, you know what the rates are. So I really believe that, somebody that's sort of a real go-getter, there's a great opportunity in vacation rental properties, whether it be a cottage, a chalet, a condo, a place in a big city. Just be prepared, get the right people in place, do your research, and I think you can do it. So hope this sort of helped. If you have any questions on running an Airbnb or buying a vacation rental property, please reach out to us. We're always available. Mike from the DeSalvo Real Estate Group. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.